This video is linked to the site Into the Heart of CLIL Part 1, which is an online teacher training module for secondary CLIL teachers. This is the link to the site, but I will project this again at the end of this video. The purpose of this video is to show an example of learning outcomes obtained from students who had learned about the human heart through CLIL methodology. The CLIL materials were designed for 16-year-old Italian students who had B1 level English competence. There were a total of 24 tasks requiring 120 minutes of learning time. Let's look at the learning outcome, therefore, obtained 15 minutes into the CLIL-Heart learning progression. This was after exercise 5 of the 24 exercises. Here is what a student wrote. Now, if we look at this, you'll see some mistakes. These blue rectangles, for example, to ventricle, no S, symmetry with only one M, which with no H, situated with no D. These dotted rectangles represent the same mistake repeated, so again, which with no H appearing again. Now this seems really terrible. However, if we look at all this other text, which is in green, we see that all this is correct from the point of view of content and from the point of view of language. These pink rectangles are actually indications of self-correction. As you can see, symmetry, she originally wrote with an I, and then she substituted with an Y, which does not exist in Italian. Larger than, T-H-A-N, was corrected, and previously she had probably written larger T-H-E-N, which is a common mistake that Italian learners of English make. So she self-corrected the E with the A. Next, we can see these yellow rectangles. These yellow rectangles represent three very interesting learning outcomes. First of all, in Italian, which is this student's mother tongue, it is not possible to use a hyphen to make compound adjectives and compound nouns. As you can see, here the student successfully used the hyphen to indicate left-right chambers and interventricular septum, which was in the learning input. She also successfully learned atrium and atria, because she wrote here two atria and right atrium. Number 3. Note also the new use of left-right. If you recall, in the input, it was left-right symmetry, while here she used this left-right hyphenated adjective to say left-right chambers. This shows that language input became language intake. So this shows that she was able to produce complex language to communicate complex meaning about complex content. This is an important objective for content education as well as language learning, whether we're talking about CLIL or not. So now, for those who came to this video through the site, you should go back to the site to complete the learning progression. And for those of you who have come to this video without going through the site, I suggest you go to the site and look at the sample of CLIL learning materials for students and take a look at the online CLIL training module, which this video belongs to.